Hello, hello. Hi, hi. Can you hear me? Hello, everybody. Hi, how's everything going? Can you hear me?
Yes, teacher, yes.
Hello, how's everything going today? How are you doing today?
Yeah, so far so good. Thank you.
That's nice. Wonderful. Well, how are you going, guys? Okay, so we have today Diana, we have Angelica, Vivian, and Guillermo. Thank you very much for coming today. Thank you for being very vigilant with your learning. Every single day, remember, it's our chance to learn a little bit more, to practice a little bit about different contents, and to improve our language communication skills. Very good. Okay, so during our last session, we were discussing a little bit about past simple. Okay, and we were discussing a little bit the difference between regular and irregular verbs. We were talking about different categories of verb, and I recommended you some pronunciation tricks that could help you to improve your English. Okay, so today we're going to continue pretty much with our topic, which is going to be past simple. And in past simple, you have very specific words. For example, you have yesterday, you have last night, last week, in 2020, and ago. So every single time that you speak about the past, you can tell me, how was your day? But it was something that is already concluded, something that has finished. Okay, so yesterday something happened, last night something happened, last week something happened, in 2022, and something ago. For example, we're going to start with our first question of the day. First question for everybody: what did you do yesterday? Okay, so you're going to explain me with your own words, how was your day yesterday? You can tell me, yesterday I did nothing. I just stay at home. Or yesterday I worked. Yesterday I stayed at home because I didn't have energy. Wherever you wish, okay? So I would like you to think about, what did you do yesterday? Just yesterday, okay? And you can describe as many activities as you wish, and I would like everybody to participate. Remember that if you can't open your microphone, you can write on the comments. You can tell me, what did you do yesterday? Here on the chat box, you can write exactly, what did you do yesterday, okay? So if you can't participate because you're driving, you're working, or you're busy, please let me know so I can call you during this class. Okie dokie. So let's start with Angelica. Angelica, tell us, what did you do yesterday?
I'm stay in the home because
Mm-hmm.
I'm feel sick and I'm studied for my test.
Exactly, very good. For example, Angelica was using three verbs. She stayed at home, she felt sick, and what was the other thing? You mentioned another. I forgot the last one.
Studied.
I just started. Thank you very much for remind me that. Okay, so I stayed, I felt, and I studied. We're going to use verbs in past because we're talking about something that it's already over. It's already done, it's finished, so we have to use the past simple. Thank you very much. What about you, Diana? What did you do yesterday? So let's see if Diana is busy. Diana, if you're talking, we can't hear you because you're muted, but we're going to go with Edna. Edna, tell us, what did you do yesterday? I think like everybody's busy. Just put me on the chat box, like if you can't participate or you can't, okay? So let's continue with Guillermo. No, Edna, sorry. Let's go,
Mm-hmm.
Edna. Tell me, what
Bueno,
did you do
bueno,
yesterday?
I'm sorry, I'm working now.
Sorry, I didn't get you.
Sorry, I no answer now is I'm working now. And yesterday
Ah,
I'm working.
you yesterday, so you have to say yesterday I
I'm
worked.
working. I
I
work. Yes,
worked. I
yes.
worked
I'm
because
work.
it's over. Yeah, so we have
Yes.
to use the past. Thank you very
Okay.
much. Okay, tell us a little bit. What did you do yesterday? You work and what else? Oh, that's it. Just work. Okay, it's okay. Thank you very much. What about you, Guillermo? What did you do yesterday?
Yeah, I organized my room, I did my laundry, and I tried to cook some food for this week as well.
Oh, that's nice. You're cooking by yourself at home. That is very convenient because you can save a lot of money and you're going to eat very delicious during the week. That's nice. Thank you very much for sharing that. Okay,
No
what
worries.
what about you, Manuel? Tell us, what did you do yesterday? Well, I think Manuel is busy today.
Sorry, teacher, I'm here.
It's okay. Tell us.
Yes. Yesterday I went to walk with the dog, and I think basically that was it.
It's okay. Thank you very much. What about you, Saul? Tell us, what did you do yesterday? Okay, Saul, if you're talking, we can't hear you. We can't hear you. It's okay. It's okay. No worries. Thank you very much for letting me know. Vivian, tell us, what did you do yesterday?
Yesterday I prepared breakfast and worked all day.
Okay, you prepared your breakfast and you worked during the whole day. My goodness. Oh my gosh, you got a very intense day. What about you, Jonathan? Tell us, what did you do yesterday?
Not too much, but just yesterday I watched TV shows with my wife, take a rested in home. Yesterday I bought some pizza and not too much.
It's okay, that's nice. You see, all the activities that we have to use in this kind of questions, they are have to be using past simple verbs, okay? Well, we have some examples. I ate sandwich last night, something very, very simple. I ate a sandwich. They visited Paris. And if you want to talk about the years, you can say in 1995, in 19, I don't know, wherever you wish. But you're going to use these words are called signpost to describe something that happened in the past, okay? And we have finished, she finished her project an hour ago. You can use as well ago, like 3 weeks ago, 2 days ago, 5 weeks ago, 2 hours ago, if you wish as well. That is another good way to use this part. Okay, and let's go to the grammar rule. In the grammar rule, we have the subject, the past form of the verb, the irregular with ed, and we know that the irregulars are very chaotic because we don't really know what is going to be the difference between one and other, and we have pretty much to memorize them. So if you go to the past simple, you can look for different categories like a list. There's always list of verbs that could be very useful. And if you can go over one of them, that would be incredible for you. And you can go one by one checking what are the most common irregular verbs. For example, this one. Maybe I don't have to memorize all the verbs, but I have to go and let what know what are the best verbs that I could use. Okay, so for example, we have awake, I awake in present, and then awoke in past. I am, you are, he, she is. And I was in past. I beat as well in past. Become turns became, begin turns began, and bend turns bent with T. So I'm going to look for you the list because that is going to be very, very practical for you to remember. And let me just open this for you guys. Okay, maybe you see and you say, oh my gosh, there are a lot of them. But in reality, if you go little by little checking what are the verbs that you know, maybe you can be very familiarized with some of them. So I would like you, I'm going to put my screen like that. And I would like you to look for on your cell phone, everybody on your cell phone, when you enter on your chat, sorry, on your screen, you press and you have a small pencil. With that pencil, you can underline on my screen. You can select the verbs that you know here. Okay, so if you're connected from a cell phone, there is a tool when you can start crossing all the verbs that you know. So today we're going to be focusing on this verb. This is you guys working on my computer. Okay, you see? So from this list, sorry, these are the past simple that we're checking today, okay? So I would like you to focus on the next verbs in the yellow list. They are the infinitive. So when you know a verb, you're going to select them. So you can tell me this, I know what it is, this one, this one, this one, this one. Okay, so I would like you to start by selecting all the verbs that you don't know, and we're going to see what are the ones that we don't know. You're going to realize that you know a lot of them, okay? So if you don't know how to do, if you're connected from a computer, if you're connected from a computer, you have to scroll until the top of the screen, and then you select options. And from options, there is a tool that is called Annotate. In Annotate, you select the pencil. If you're on a cell phone, just press the screen and you're going to see a pencil. Hay un pequeño lápiz del lado izquierdo color verde o del lado derecho arriba y con ese pueden rayar. Okay, so let's go with the first one. Awake. What is the meaning of awake? ¿Qué significa el primero? Awake. This one. I mentioned this one, I think.
Cierto.
Exactly. Despertar como verbo. Okay. What about be? What is the meaning of this verb?
Ser.
And the other meaning? Because it has another meaning.
Estar.
Exactly. Very good. What about the next one?
Vencer.
It could be vencer as well, another like this. What is that?
Ganar, ¿no?
It could
Oh.
be vencer, it could be ganar, yeah, y también como hacer un ruido as well. That could be beat. The beating of my heart, en mi corazón cuando late, beat. Okay, that's nice. Become. What is the meaning of become? This one that we have here.
Convertir.
Convertirse. Exactly, very good. The next one, begin.
Empezar.
Empezar.
Exactly, very good. Next one, bend. What about this one?
Doblar.
Doblar, exactly. Bet.
Apostar.
Exactly. That's nice. So we're going pretty good. Awake, be, beat, become, begin, bend, bet. Okay, let's go with the next one. Bet. Okay, this is a new verb, maybe for some of you. What is the meaning of this one? No idea. Okay. So this could be like a little bit, como un sustantivo, a little bit. No, sorry, I'm making a mistake. That is not the bit. Okay, the other meaning of this one could be, okay, 1 second. Every single time that I don't know a word, I go to a dictionary. I'm going to show you where is this one. So if you look for word reference, you're going to see this verb. Okay, so it could be like offer something or licitar, hacer una puja, una oferta. Okay, offer your services as well. That is another meaning. Okay, that is bid. Okay, let's continue with the next one. Bite. What is the meaning of bite?
Morder.
Exactly. Next one, blow.
Soplar.
Like blow the candles. Next one, break.
Descansar.
Romper.
Romper. Yeah. ¿Por qué se llaman breaks los breaks? Ok, cuando tú estás en un trabajo y te dicen, te dan un descanso, te dicen, I'm going to give you a break. Es como una ruptura del tiempo, digamos, una pausa, a break, ¿ok? Pero, por ejemplo, algunas personas te dicen, break a leg, como ten mucha suerte, rómpete una pierna. Este es otro uso medio extraño de una frase idiomática en inglés, break. Ok, what about bring? What is the meaning of bring?
Traer.
Traer, exactly. Next one, broadcast. This one. It's like today, we are broadcasting. Estamos transmitiendo. Broadcast. Okay, next one, hold. Hold. This one. Hold, like hold my hand, hold on. It has 2 or 3
Sostener.
meanings.
Sostener.
Sostener, hold a conversation as well. Hold my hand, como sostener o agarrar. Hold my hand. And somebody, if somebody tells you, like, hold on, please hold on. What could be the me?
Esperar.
Exactly, detenerse, esperar. Very good. That is another use of this one. Okay, next one, keep. Keep, 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 keep.
Mantener.
Mantener.
Exactly, es como, like, as what you can say, keep a secret. Can you keep a secret? Puedes como guardar, mantener un secreto. Very good. No, no.
Saber.
Exactly, very good. Lay. Lay on the bed. For example, today I'm very tired. I'm going to lay on my bed.
Acostarse.
Ajá.
Reposar.
Recostarse, reposar,
Poner.
acostarse. Exactly, lay de poner huevos también. The chicken lays eggs. That's another one. Okay, lead.
Como llevar, como guiar.
Dirigir.
Exactly, como the leader. Dirigir, guiar. Very good, very good. Leave. Leave.
Salir.
Salir.
Dejar.
Dejar.
Exactly, salir, dejar. Very good. Exactly. Lend.
Prestar.
Yeah, we have a lot of confusion with this lend and another verb. Hay otro verbo que confundimos mucho. Lend,
Borrow.
Prestar.
borrow,
Lend and
exact.
borrow.
Lend and borrow. Porque en español no tenemos esta diferencia. Ok, lend es como yo presto. I lend you something. En borrow, yo tomo de ti. Por ejemplo, si yo voy a tu casa y quiero un cargador, te digo, Can I borrow your chargers? Yo te puedo tomar a ti prestado el cargador. Can I borrow your charger? Ok, ahora yo te digo, yeah, it's okay. I can lend it to you. I can lend it to you. Very good, no problem. Si yo voy a la biblioteca y yo quiero pedir prestado un libro, yo tomo el libro, yo lo quiero pedir prestado. ¿Cómo puedo decir, puedo tomar prestado un libro?
Can I
Could I
borrow?
lend the
Can I
book?
borrow? Yeah.
Exacto. Can I borrow this book? Can I borrow something? Yo pido algo a alguien. Can I borrow your keys? Can I borrow your car? Es yo soy quien tomo prestado, ¿ok? Very good. Amazing. Y lend es como yo te voy a prestar a ti. I lend you something, ¿ok? Very good on that. Now, what about let?
Dejar.
Dejar. For example, let it go, let it be. Hay muchas expresiones que llevan la expresión please let me know. This is very traditional in English. When you hear this expression, what does that mean? Please let me know.
Déjame saber.
Házmelo saber. Sí.
Déjame saber.
Exactly, exactly. So in Spanish, we usually say, por favor, dime, ¿no? In English, it's going to be please let me know. Entonces, en lugar de que ocupemos el verbo tell, así como please tell me, no sería la mejor opción. Es como please let me know, es lo que más se ocupa en ciertas situaciones. Ok, very good, that's nice. Ok, what about lie?
Mentir.
Mentir. Ok, decimos, he's a liar in Australian. Ok, muchos verbos le pongo como la terminación ER, como leader para alguien que liderea, keeper para alguien que mantiene cosas, holder para alguien que mantiene cosas también, beater para alguien que golpea, beginner para los que comienzan. Entonces se dan cuenta que hay como una repetición. Ok. Ok, let's go. Lose. What is the meaning of lose?
Perder.
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 Exactly. So we can say loser, perdedor. We can use that as well. Okay, make.
Hacer.
Hacer. Very good.
Hacer.
Maker. Very good. Alguien que hace coches, podemos decir car maker, como una empresa manufacturera de coches, car maker. Cualquier cosa, maker. Por ejemplo, en español las decisiones se toman, en inglés las decisiones make decision. Alguien que toma una decisión sería ¿cómo lo dirían? Si alguien que hace carros es car maker, alguien que toma decisiones sería el decision maker también. Decision maker. Okay, very good. Next one. What is the meaning of mean?
Significar.
Exactly, significar. Very good. Esto significa significar. Mean. De ahí viene la palabra meaning, significado. What's the meaning of this? O a veces te dicen, what do you mean? ¿A qué te refieres? What do you mean? What do you mean? Este es la pregunta que si no entiendes algo, puedes decir, sorry, what do you mean? ¿A qué te refieres? What do you mean? O alguien te puede decir, do you mean this? ¿Te refieres a esto? Es como, ¿quieres decir esto? Do you mean this? ¿Ok? And
Esa es la
let's
más
go.
usada aquí, teacher,
Exacto.
en Australia.
Depende.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? Yeah, it's very common when somebody is not understanding us to say like, sorry, what do you mean? ¿A qué te refieres? O do you mean? ¿O te refieres a esto? Do you mean this? Okay, that's nice. And finally, meet. Meet. What is the
En-
meaning?
encontrarse.
Reunirse.
Reunirse o
Reunirse.
conocer.
Exactly. So you see, one verb could have a lot of meanings. Conocerse, encontrarse. Y meet lo vamos a utilizar como conocer por primera vez. Meet. Por eso digo, nice to meet you. Y para responder, yo también, para mí es un placer conocerle. mm, lo que tienen que decir es you too. O sea, el conocerte a ti también es un placer para mí. Si alguien me dice, nice to meet you, yo le voy a decir, you too. Suena extraño. I know, this is strange. Yeah, it could be a little bit strange, but yeah, that's pretty much what we do. Okay? Very good. So, welcome to everybody. Today we're doing a small review of different verbs and the meanings, and we're talking about simple past in from irregular verbs. Okay? So this is what we'll start today. How are you going, guys? Hope you're feeling today. So I hear like there are good names that I know. There are people that I had been in other classes with me. So welcome to this session. Okay, so from the next part, we're going to have other kind of verbs: build, buy, catch, choose, come, cost, cut, dig, do, draw, drive, drink, and eat. And I would like you to check the past. For example, D is a very common ending that you change the D by a T. This happens very often. For example, I'm going to give you another example that has the same ending, the same ending. For example, send, when you transform it in the past, look at this, what you have, sent with T. You see? So I have build with T and it transformed with T, and I have send with T and it transformed with T. So this is not a very general rule, but it's very likely to happen. This is something that is a trend, como una tendencia. Okay, let's continue with by. When we have the word by, this is a very irregular verb, and we have a lot of troubles with this pronunciating and writing as well. So I would like to check bought. I bought
Bought.
a car, I bought a book, I bought whatever you have bought. Okay, so remember UGHT, and this is very common. You have caught, GUGHT. So this is something that is repeating as well. Okay, can you give me other examples besides bought and caught? Other verbs that have this ending. Think about, there are other examples about this ending. Give me other examples of verbs that they have UGHT.
Bro.
Which one? For example, what is this?
Bro.
Brought, exactly. Brought, that's a good one. Another one. I know that you know more. We have brought, which is from bring and brought. Okay, very good. Another example. What about teach?
Thought.
Ah, okay. Thought. You tell me thought. Thought, ¿de qué verbo viene? Thought is from
Think.
think. Very good. Y teach, ¿cómo se dice enseñé en el pasado? I
What?
Thought.
taught, exactly. So bring, brought, teach, taught, think, thought. Okay. I have a very, very good challenge from you guys. Seek. What is the past of seek? Salt. Salt. Exactly. This is very strange. I know. I didn't know that. I just like learned it very recently. Okay, I was surprised, like, what? Is this the past? Oh my gosh. Okay, so you see, this is a trend as well. Some verbs, when they are transformed in the past, they have UGHT. We are going to remember this ending. Okay, other kind of verbs, they are going to drop a consonant. Lose, choose, chose. Okay, the same thing is going to happen to other verbs. Okay, and other verbs are going to transform the O is going to be turned into an A. For example, come and came, and you have become and became. They are following the same rule. Okay, other verbs are going to remain exactly cost, caught, caught. They don't have any change. They are going to be pronounced in the same way. You are not going to transform anything at all. There are some other verbs that are going to be with I, and this I is going to be transformed in you. For example, big dog, big and dog, okay? There are some other very, very irregular verbs, and there is no rule here. This is very different. Do and did, okay? There are going to be other verbs that's going to be transformed from A to E. Draw and drew. Draw, drew. And drive could be changed to drove. And at the end, you have this. This is a very, very common one. I'm going to give you an example of this. Rice is transformed into rose. And then this is transformed into this one. So you
Rice.
see? Okay, you have rice, rose, and risen. So you have a trend as well. This is another thing that happened to some verbs. Okay, so I have another trend here. I have drink, drunk, and drunk. For example, there's another example of another verb that does exactly the same. Look at this. You have sing. In the past is going to be sang. And in the past participle, sung. So you see, This is another trend. I'm not going to tell you that there is a very specific rule. I wish it were a very specific rule to conjugate all the verbs in English. Unfortunately, these are some association of some verbs that they do pretty much the same, but there are no specific or exact rules for the transformation of these verbs. So that's why we have to memorize them. Okay. The best way to memorize them is to repeat them many times as you can. Okay. So we have other verbs. Eat, ate is going to be very different from the previous one. We have other verbs like pay and paid. We have put, which is very repetitive, like caught, and cost. We have ride and road, and this is going to be very similar to another one that we have checked in the past, okay? So this is going to be like this, exactly like this, drive, drove, and driving. That is going to be like this, ride, road, and ridden here is the same ending, okay? This one, ring, rank, and the past participle is going to be with ing, and it's going to be like drink, drunk, ring, rank, wrong. Okay? We talk about the rice and rose, y yo dije, ay, esta es la palabra rosa. Sí significa rosa, pero también significa incremento. Okay? We have run that turns ran. Okay? We have seen another like this. Say is going to be like said, like paid. This is exactly like this. This is the pretty much the same roots, the same rule, sorry. Pay, say, paid, said. See, saw, sailed and sold. Sing, sang, we talk about this one. And sit and said, okay? So we're checking some trends, like different endings. Okay. Very good. And let's go to the last part. Okay. We have fly, flew. This is very, very interesting. Forget, forgot, forgive, forgave. These ones for me, they have been a terrible confusion for a very long time. So remember, forget, de olvidar, forgive. Forgive, ¿qué significa? Please forgive me. This one. What is
Disculpa.
Perdonar.
exactly, perdonar o disculpar. Exactly, very good. So I don't know why I was confusing them the whole time. Okay, now we got this, get and got. Get is a verb that is used for a lot of situation. So you have to be careful how do you use it because there's the regular way, like get, got, and gotten. So this is the British version, and this is the American version. So if you say gotten, it's okay, that exists, but you have to know that that is the American version. And this is got. Have you got my email? Have you got a minute? Have you got? Es como, ¿tienes un momento? Normalmente te van a decir, have you got a minute? In British, okay? Well, that's it. So this one has a lot of uses. It has get up, get off, get on, get out, get over. Get with the prepositions, those are phrasal verbs. And you can go easily and check all the phrasal verbs that you wish. So for example, you say, I have the word get. Now I would like to check phrasal verbs with get. Okay, just specifically with get. So I got get over, get out, get up, get away, get through, get out, get by, get off. I have a lot of them and I can check the meaning. Get over something, example. I have some examples here. I have videos, but I love images. I think images that help you to remember a lot of things. So you can check at any image and they have a lot of examples and definitions about how to use this word, okay? So for example, get along is to have a friendly relationship with someone, or get out is like to become known by somebody. get across is to make something somebody understand. And get away is to escape from somebody or something. Get down to make somebody feel sad. This is getting me down. This is making me feel sad. Get through to be connected by phone. Get around to visit lots of places. Get over to overcome. Get ahead to be success. Or get down to give serious attention. Okay, so usually these things change a lot the meaning. So don't you think that one verb just have one a specific meaning? It could have a lot of meanings if they are connected with prepositions like out, ahead, down, up, over, etc. These are very, very interesting things that we usually have in other languages. So we have to be aware that this could happen and they exist. And obviously, if we learn how to use them, we're going to be more professional. Okay? That's nice. Very good. Okay, let's go. So we have as well grow and grew. Similar to flew, you see, you have the same ending like drew as well. We have another verb that has the same ending. For example, this is draw, dibujar. Yo dibujo, I draw. Yo dibujé, I drew. Y yo he dibujado, I have drawn. So you see, we have another trend, another ending that is repeated in other cases. Okay, hang, honk, honk, have, had, hear, heard, heard. Maybe we see E, A together, and I'm going to pronounce like E, but actually this is going to change. This is here. Can you hear me? And you can say heard. I heard something yesterday. Heard. This is going to be in the past. Hit, hit, hit. Exactly as it is. Stand is going to be transformed in stood. That's why you say understood. I understood everything today. Understand, understood in the past. Swim, swam is going to be like this, the form. And we remember that with the S, with W, sorry, we don't pronounce like W. We're pronounce it like U. Swim and swim, swim and swim. Take and took. And we talk about teach and taught. We mentioned this one in one of our previous examples. We have tear and tore. We have tell and told. We have think and thought. I thought. Oh, I have never thought about it. Oh, what are your thoughts about it? A veces te dicen, what are your thoughts? ¿Cuáles son sus pensamientos? Any thoughts? ¿Algún pensamiento, alguna recomendación? Any thoughts? This is something that could happen as well. Throw and threw, similar to flew. So we see another repetition, okay? Understand, understood, like this one, stand, stood. And we have wake and woke, like awake as well. Win and won. And we have write and wrote, write and wrote. So you see, in write and wrote, the W is silent. We don't pronounce the W, okay? So. That's very, very good. Okay, so we're going to use a lot of these verbs in our daily life, in our daily conversation. They are going to be part of our daily routine, or they are very, very common verbs that you are going to use in very practical cases. So try to always check for the most common verbs. Always the most common verbs in present, the most common verbs in past, the most common modal verbs, because the language is very big. So when we want to learn a new language, we are confronted every single day to try to memorize something. But it's going to be better if you memorize something that could be useful in comparison to something that is not very, very useful to your daily life. Okay? Very good. Okay, so I have another question for you with last night. So tell me, What did you do last night? What did you do last night? Okay. So I would like you can write it on the chat or you can open your microphone. You can raise your hand if you want to participate as well. So tell me, what did you do last night? Okay. If you're ready, you can type it on the chat box or you can open your microphone. What did you do last night? So you can invent something. If you don't want to tell me the truth, just tell me just something invented that you have done yesterday. Okay? What did you do last night? Okay, let's see. Uh, iPhone Delis, are you there? Can you help us? Can you participate today? What did you do last night? I think she's busy today. Okay. Angelica, I took my medicine to reduce the pain in my teeth. You got a surgery. I remember. My goodness, that is very painful. Oh my gosh. I hope that you get better very, very soon. She got a surgery recently. Oh my gosh. Okay, what about Aura? What did you do last night?
Hey, well, I didn't do much. I just came a little bit late from Sunshine Coast and just make some food for today. Prepared some food for today, and yeah, that was all that I did.
Oh, that was nice. Very good. I like that everybody's cooking, very organized, like trying to get everything ready for the week. Okay, nice. Thank you. What about you, Edna? What did you do last night?
Ay, sorry, lo siento por no contestarles que estoy trabajando y
No
solamente los
worries,
estoy
no worries.
escuchando.
I forgot again. Sorry, I'm terrible.
Okay, thank you.
Guillermo, what did you do last night?
Not too much. Just I watch a movie which is called Avengers, something like that. But
Yeah,
yeah,
very good. Did
just
you
kicking back a little bit.
did you enjoy the movie?
Yeah, it was great. It was amazing.
That's nice, great. Okay, no worries, not a problem. Okay, so let's continue. What about you, Manuel? What did you do last night?
I'm watching a series, teacher. I'm watching a series on, I think it's on Netflix about some uh criminal minds and yeah.
That's nice. I love that kind of series. What about you, Luis Angel? What did you do last night? I think Luis is busy as well. I'm not really sure. It's okay. Well, Paola, welcome to this session. We're talking about the past simple, and we're just talking a little bit about your activities that you did other days. Okay, I'm going to go one by one, and at the last part, I'm going to ask you to participate. If you can open your microphone, that would be amazing. You can, if you can't participate, you can just put a message on the chat box. Okay, Saul, what did you do last night? I think Saul is busy as well. And let's continue. Vivian, what about you? What did you do last night?
I made a popcorn and watched a movie with my family.
Okay, that was pretty good. What about you, Jenny? What did you do last night?
Hi guys. We went to celebrate at Easter hunt yesterday with my daughter, with a lot of families, moms, and we pick up a lot of chocolate eggs, and we eat together, have some drinks and music, dance, and
Yes, it
Okay,
was really good.
it sounds like fun. You collected a lot of eggs. That's nice. Yeah, according to the traditions. Okay, very good. What about you, Jonathan? What did you do last night?
So yesterday at night, I drove and I saw some wallabies cross the road. That was a li- I was a little scary because here in Tasmania is a lot of animals. You saw a lot of animals on the road at night. That's so
Oh,
dangerous sometimes.
wonderful. Yeah, I would like to visit Tasmania someday. It sounds like adventure place, a very, very adventurous place. Okay, let's go. So, the difference between, remember, I was scared. Tú estabas asustado. I was scared. And I was scary es como tú asustas a las personas. Like a scary movie, exactly like scary movie.
Thanks, teacher. Yeah.
No worries. Okay, Sulet, what did you do last night?
Last night, not too much. I went to the bed really early
Mm-hmm.
because in the morning we went with my friends to practice surf. So I was really tired and um I went to the bed at I think 6 p.m. It
Very
was
early.
yeah, it was a totally uh so hard.
My goodness, yeah, I imagine everything sounds like very nice, but in reality, how do you have a lot of energy? Like, I can't even go and have a small walk. I'm really tired. Okay, now let's continue with Paola. Paola, tell us, what did you do last night? Paola Solorzano. See, if you're busy, don't worry, don't worry. We're going to get through in another time. Ah, you worked yesterday. Ah, okay, that was nice. I hope you had a good shift during your work time. Okay, very good. Okay, now we have different uses about the past. We mentioned that it's for completed actions. It could be something that you used to do in the past. For example, I always go to school when I was a child. So when I was a child, I used to do this, I used to do that, or a sequence of past events. For example, he woke up, he brushed his teeth, and left the house. So when I ask you, what did you do yesterday? You could have mentioned a lot of things. Firstly, I did this, after that, I did that, and finally, I did this part. Okay? Well, so let's talk about your past habits. I would like you to think something that you used to do when you were a kid and you don't do that anymore. So you can tell me about, talk about, I'm going to say, sorry, talk about a memory or a habit that you have in the past. You can decide a memory from your childhood, or you can talk about a habit when you were a kid. When you were a kid. When you were a kid. Okay? So you're going to decide which of them. Okay, if you're going to talk me about a memory from your childhood, you have to give me details, okay? Try to think about something that happened when you were a kid and try to reuse a lot of verbs in past. Or you can tell me something that you used to repeat in the past. For example, when I was a child, I used to go to the church with my grandparents. I usually had breakfast, lunch, and dinner with them. And I remember that after lunch, we loved to stay in the garden. And in the garden, we usually have some snacks. So we used to eat snacks with my grandmother and with my grandfather. And I remember that I loved that because I was with my sister and we were pretty happy at this time. We were not doing something very interesting. We just were having a chat and just having a very special moment with my grandparents. So it was very special to me. Okay. So this is a good memory that I have from my childhood. So I would like you to think about a memory or a habit. It's going to be up to you. You decide which one would you like to discuss, okay? So when you're ready, you can raise your hand, like if you want to participate, or you can write on the chat box, like what are you going to describe? Talk about a memory from your childhood. You can start in both cases to say, when I was, and you can say a specific age, when I was 8 years, or when I was a kid, or kid or child, it's okay. When I was a child, when I was a kid, okay? And whatever you want to tell me. You can invent something. You don't have to tell me something that actually happened in your life. You don't have to tell me the real version of something. You can make up, pueden inventar algo. You can make up something, okay? So, let's check it out. Who's ready? Okay, I'm going to ask you one by one. Okay, what about you, Angelica? Talk about a memory from your childhood or about a habit that you had when you were a kid. I think Angelica is a little bit busy. It's okay. No worries. Let's continue with Aura. Aura, tell us a little bit about a memory that you have from your childhood or something that you used to do when you were a kid.
Well, when I was a kid, I used to practice a lot of sports. One of them was how can I say that? It's one that you have to play. It's like soccer, but with your hands.
Handball,
But yeah, but it's with your hands. I don't know how it's a. It
handball,
could be. I think so.
like a version of handball. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So and yeah, I used as well as you. I used to go a lot. Sorry, I used to go with my family to the church, and then share with actually mostly of the time with my mom. And what else? And I used to I used to go to parks just to have fun with friends in the weekends. And yeah, that's it.
Thank you very much. That was a good memory. Okay, thank you very much about it. Okay, what about you? Edna told me that she's working. Paola says, when I was a child, I used to ride a bike with my cousins. Oh, those cousins are amazing. Yeah, good time with the family. When you have this kind of families where all the cousins go together to different activities, I think that is very memorable as well. Okay, what about you, Guillermo? Tell us about a memory or a habit that you had when you were a kid.
Um, when I was a child, I remember that I used to go to the park with my best friend just to play the soccer. One more. I used to play a lot of time, play station as well. I remember that we really loved to play FIFA. Oh, yeah, a lot of games I remember. but to be honest, I don't remember too much. But that was the most important things that I really remember at the moment.
It's okay. Yeah, thank you very much for sharing that. I was like,
Don't worry.
what PlayStation? And I say, you used to play to the PlayStation with your friends.
Okay, yes.
It's because you're very young. I was like,
Yeah.
PlayStation? Oh my gosh, yeah, but it's an invention that has been in the market for a while. Okay, thank you very much. What about you, Liz? Are you there? iPhone the Liz, are you like are you able to participate? I think iPhone the Liz is a little bit busy. Okay, what about you, Manuel? Tell us about a memory or a habit that you had when you were a kid.
When I was a kid, I used to I used to eat some sugar directly from the bowl where my grandfathers used to had the sugar. Yeah, I think that was it.
So you used to eat directly from the jar of sugar. That was fun.
Yes.
Too much sugar for you. Yeah. Okay. What about you, Luis Angel? Tell us a memory or habit that you had when you were a kid. I think, Luis, I don't know if you're busy. Okay, maybe he could be a little bit busy today. Okay. When I was a child, I used to drink chocolate all the time and I played Jeremy's outside of the house in the street with the neighbors. Oh, that was brilliant. Very good. Okay, Vivian, what about you?
Um, every Sunday I went to church with my mother. My father made delicious arepuelas, and every birthdays I had a party.
My gosh, you had a very, very good social relationships when you were a kid. My gosh. Okay, what about you, Jenny? What do you used to do when you were a kid or a memory? I think Jenny is not available. It's okay. Jonathan, what about you?
When I was young, I used to practice skateboarding with my friends, with some friends in the neighborhood. Um, After school, I used to play video games and watch some TV shows or cartoons like Dragon Ball Z and something like that. And on the weekends, I used to visit my grandparents and took a lunch with them.
Okay, that was very, very nice. Thank you very much for sharing that. What about you, Sulet?
When I was a child, I used to go with my father to do uh, different kind of sports, swimming or activities like camping. And now I'm trying to connect with my with my kid to to do this kind of activities that really enjoy before.
That's wonderful. That's very, very good. Connecting with kids and nature would be incredible. Okay, well, so we usually have this kind of courses every single Sunday. But remember, sorry, Jenny, do you have a question?
Sorry, I thought I was crying, but I would like to add my I used to say and practice gymnastic, but unfortunately I had an accident and I broke my leg in 3 places. After the
Wow.
accident,
continue skating, but I have to stop gymnastics. I started riding a bike, and one of my big dreams was be gymnastic, famous gymnastic. But because I had all skills, I really love it. But after the accident, I was always scared to gain my leg, so I have to stop.
My goodness, it was very traumatic. Oh my gosh. Thank you very much for sharing that, Jenny. Aura says, I just remember that I used to eat powdered milk with sugar, sitting on the bed with my father while he taught me how to read using naturally. Naturally. I was like, naturally. No, naturally. Okay, very good. I don't much like the expression with the Spanish. That was beautiful. Oh my God, you used to eat. Oh, that was wonderful. Oh, you used to drink. Maybe drink. Okay, well, remember, every single Sunday we have this kind of courses. And if you have a very, very intense course, we have the conversational courses as well. We have the PTE courses, we have the IELTS courses, and we have the personalized courses. The next PTE course round is going to start the 29th of this month. So be prepared for that. And I hope to see you in another session. Have a wonderful night, everybody. See you next time. Bye bye.
Excuse me,
Thank you.
teacher.
Bye,
Can I
thank
talk with
you.
you?
Sorry.